Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Takeoff. Today's topic of discussion is rates of taxes in capital gain. In the previous videos, I already have discussed the basic concepts of capital gain. What is long-term capital gain, short-term capital gain, how to calculate long-term and short-term capital gain with indexation, and I have also provided the chart. So today's topic of discussion is rates of taxes. First, we will see at what rate short-term capital gain is taxed. So here we can see section 111A, which includes listed equity share, equity oriented mutual fund, units of business trust. Here all the shares listed with recognized stock exchange market on which STT has been paid, and equity oriented mutual fund and units of trust is charged at the rate of 15% plus surcharge if applicable and cess. Others asset apart from these are charged at normal rate, that is 5%, 20% and 30% for an individual. For long-term capital gain, there are two bifurcation. As we can see, the first one is listed securities, means those who are listed with stock exchange market. Zero coupon bond, it also include equity oriented mutual fund. The rate of tax is 10% without indexation or 20% with indexation, whichever is lower. Other long-term capital asset is charged at the rate of 20% with indexation. Now one new section has been inserted with effect from 1/4/2018 with regards to long-term capital gain, that is section 112A. We will discuss it now. Here is a section 112A. Under this, we can see section 112A is applicable if capital assets sold on or after 1/4/2018. Capital asset here is the equity oriented stock or equity oriented mutual fund shares or unit of business trust. So we can see the points, that is sale of equity share and equity oriented mutual fund held for more than 1 year on or after 1st April 2018 will be chargeable to the tax at the rate of 10% plus cess at the rate of 4%. No indexation benefit will be allowed on such transaction, and those capital gain up to 1 lakh is exempt from tax in single financial year. That means up to 1 lakh rupees there is an exemption, and beyond that 10% tax plus 4% cess is charged. Next, we can see apart from sale of equity share and equity oriented mutual fund, remaining all the tax on the long term asset is charged at the rate of 20%. In the previous slide, we have seen that others are charged at the rate of 20%. This is how we can compute tax under section 112A, that is up to 1 lakh rupees income, rate of tax is nil, exceeding 1 lakh 10% rate without indexation. It is only on the sale of equity share or equity oriented mutual fund. These points are to be kept in mind. Section 112A is not available for preference share, debenture, deep discount bond, unit of debt mutual fund. it is only available for equity oriented fund, not for preference share. Section 112A shall not be available to capital gain arising pursuant to buyback, sale of right entitlement, delisted share. Now, how we calculate cost of acquisition? We know the formula. We have learned that to compute long-term capital gain, we have to deduct cost of acquisition and cost of improvement. So, how to calculate cost of acquisition in case of shares being sold? So, cost of acquisition shall be higher of these two, that is cost of asset, and lower of fair market value and sale consideration. What comes will be a cost of acquisition of share. One thing should be kept in mind, that is fair market value of asset as on 31st 2018, or sale consideration, the lower of the two shall be taken and then shall be compared with the cost of asset. Whichever is higher will be the cost of acquisition. Now I hope this chart is clear to you all, how the rates of taxes are charged in the capital gain. That is 15%, then normal slab, and for long-term capital gain 10%, 20%, and for the others long-term capital asset 20%. You must remember this chart because we have to calculate tax as per this chart.